Have you ever heard of Cargill? No, yet, almost every day, without even realizing it, you end up putting something in your mouth that has passed through their hands. It's one of the largest and most powerful companies in the world, but you won't find its logo on supermarket shelves. Cargill is like a shadow. You don't see it, but it's always there. And it controls a huge part of the food we eat. Today, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of this secret giant, and I promise that by the end of this video, you'll never look at your plate the same way again. The invisible giant. Cargill is an American company founded in 1865, right after the Civil War. Back then, it was just a small grain storage facility in Iowa. Today, it's an empire generating over $170 billion in annual revenue with more than 150,000 employees across 70 countries, and the most unsettling part is that despite its massive size, it manages to stay almost completely under the public radar. Why? Because Cargill doesn't sell directly to consumers. You won't find Cargill written on cookies, pasta, or snack bars. Its role is behind the scenes, buying, selling, transporting, and processing raw materials like wheat, soy, corn, sugar, cocoa, meat, basically the very foundations of the global food chain. In other words, if food was a movie, Cargill would be the executive producer. You don't see it on screen, but without it, the movie wouldn't exist. To grasp Cargill's scale, here are some mind-blowing numbers. It controls 25% of the global grain market. It's the world's largest trader of corn and soybeans. It operates a fleet of hundreds of cargo ships crossing every ocean. It's one of the leading producers of beef, pork, and chicken worldwide. It supplies ingredients to giants like Nestlé, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and Unilever. So, if you have cereal and milk for breakfast, a chocolate bar tomorrow, and a burger for dinner, chances are Cargill has been involved somewhere along the supply chain. And here's the kicker, no one votes against them. It's not a government, yet it wields more power than many governments. A billionaire family. Cargill is still a privately held company. It's not listed on the stock market. This means it operates with near total secrecy. It doesn't have to answer to public shareholders, disclose too much financial data, or make decisions in the public eye. Ownership remains in the hands of the Cargill and MacMillan families, direct descendants of the founders. Together, they're estimated to control one of the largest private fortunes in America, with several billionaires among their ranks. Yet, try searching for an interview with them, nearly impossible. These people prefer to live in the shadows, away from the media, while their empire quietly grows. Naturally, such immense power draws plenty of criticism. Over the years, Cargill has been accused of questionable practices. Deforestation in the Amazon to grow soybeans destined for livestock feed. Child labor exploitation in cocoa harvesting in West Africa. Pollution of waterways in various countries. Excessive influence over agricultural policies in developing nations. Organizations like Greenpeace and Human Rights Watch have repeatedly called out the company, accusing it of putting profit ahead of sustainability and human rights. Yet, despite protests and scandals, Cargill keeps growing. Why? Because in a globalized world, controlling food means holding an immense lever of power. And that often outweighs any concern for reputation. Imagine a global crisis scenario. War, pandemic, devastating drought. In times like these, whoever controls food wields power similar to those controlling oil or energy. During the COVID-19 pandemic, while many companies struggled, Cargill posted record profits. How? Because people have to eat, no matter what. And in times of scarcity, whoever holds raw materials can decide who gets them, at what price, and when. In essence, Cargill is not just a company, it's a vital node in the global food chain. And like any vital node, if someone tightens their grip, entire economies can be suffocated. The positive side, we can't paint Cargill as just the bad guy. The company also plays a crucial role in ensuring billions of people around the world have access to food. It manages a colossal logistics network, invests in agricultural technologies, and supplies products to countries that would otherwise struggle to source them. In recent years, it has announced programs to reduce environmental impact, improve working conditions, and invest in sustainable meat alternatives. But here's the question, do they do this out of conviction, or because public and governmental pressure has become too strong? And here's where we come in. Every time we buy a product, we make a choice, even if we don't realize it. The problem is that with companies like Cargill, It's almost impossible to avoid them. You might choose organic, ethical, or local brands, but the soy in the cow's feed, the sugar in your drink, or the cocoa in your chocolate could still come through Cargill. In a way, we live in a world where invisible giants set the rules, and we can only hope they do so responsibly. Cargill's story is the story of how power, when moved in the shadows, can become virtually invisible, but no less real. While we talk about giants like Amazon, Apple, or Google, there are others, even more deeply rooted in the foundations of our lives, that don't need advertising to dominate the market. Cargill doesn't sell smartphones or online services. It sells something far more important, the raw material of our survival. And if it's true that we are what we eat, then a part of all of us belongs to Cargill. If this story shocked you, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. There are many other hidden giants pulling the strings of the world, and remember, sometimes, the most powerful companies are the ones we never see.